Jonathan Moore with Webdigia here. We have another WordPress tutorial. This one's going to be on how to add your Google Analytics code to your WordPress installation. There's several ways to do this, and what we're going to do is we're going to walk you through two ways. We're going to walk you through how to do it in the dashboard, and the more advanced way, how to do it using your FTP client and editing the file directly. So before we can get started, we need to have your Google Analytics code. So let's jump over there and get one. Go ahead, and if you don't have a Google account, we'll go ahead and create one. If you do have a Google account, go ahead and sign right in. As you can see, I'm already signed in. So what I like to emphasize here is make sure you're signed in under the right Google account. We have a lot of clients who sign in under the personal accounts, and then it causes a lot of confusion later. So just make sure you're under the right Google account. After we hit sign up here, it's going to walk us through adding our first website to their dashboard. So go ahead and click sign up. And here we can start adding our website. What the website name is more so for your reference in the Google Analytics dashboard. So what we're going to do here is just add a name that we can refer to. We're going to add the website URL, industry, and in this case use the one specific to your website and your time zone. Now, this is also just for cosmetic issues or organizational issues in this case. In the dashboard, you can have multiple sites, so you can organize those under certain categories. And for this case, since I'm only using one, I'm just going to use main. Now, for these additional, make sure you read over them and then you decide if you like them or not. For this case, I'm going to leave them both checked. It doesn't bother me at all. Get the tracking code and go ahead and read over the terms and accept it. Now, here we have our page added, and we can tell because it's giving us all the data for it and there's no errors. So don't worry about any of this extra stuff. Make sure all you need is what's in this box. You need from this script tag to this script tag. Now go ahead and right click, copy that, or command copy, control copy, whatever platform you're on. Now keep track of that. You can log back into your Google Analytics account and retrieve that information again, but I always like to make a text file and to save it in there so I can refer to it if I ever need to. So let's go ahead and let's do the WordPress installation using the dashboard. Here we are. This is a fresh install of WordPress. I'm using the very basic theme, but make sure you choose the right theme when you're editing. Go ahead, after you log into your WordPress, go to the appearance, and we want the editor. Now, over here on the right hand side, this is all the files. We want the footer file, and the reason behind that is the footer file is one of the last files to load, and that helps us to make sure we actually get someone who loaded the full website and we're not someone who accidentally clicked it and instantly clicked back. And so this won't run the analytics script until they fully load the website. So using the footer is just a good method to make sure you're kind of getting the best results. So go ahead and click on footer. It'll pull up the file. This is the actual file content, and what we're looking for is you should have these two ending codes, or at least this body code right here. And what we want to do is we want to put the code right before that, and all I did was Command V or Control V to paste that code in there. And what we want to do is confirm that we have the ending script to the beginning script and nothing is messed up in between. That's exactly what Google gave us. Perfect. Now that's it. That's literally all it is to add it to your Google Analytics installation. Some things to look for. Make sure you didn't add it to this inside of this right here. See, if we added it there, that would actually break the code and cause an error. What we want to do is make sure we're not inside any ending codes. We don't want to be inside any comments or any of these tags. We simply want a fresh line to paste it onto. We're done. Go ahead and click the update file. It'll tell you that it was done by giving you this notification here. You are done. Let's go make sure that our WordPress installation actually has it. So what I did was I clicked up here, which will take us to our home page. Now we want to view the page source. Depending on what browser you are, you can normally right click and show page source, or view page source it might be called. And let's scroll down all the way to the bottom. This is Safari for reference. And what we're looking for is this script code that we just pasted in. So we can see it's right there. Perfect. We're done. That's all it is. Now, I'll go ahead and show you how to do it using the FTP client, and we're going to use the client FileZilla. So if you don't have FileZilla, it's a free download for both Windows and Macintosh. So go ahead and Google FileZilla, and you can download it. So let's jump right into that. So we have FileZilla here open, and as you can see, I'm logged in. If you're using this method, I'm going to just assume you know how to log into an FTP client, and you should have this information from your host. Now, what we did here is we've navigated. Here's our home directory, and we've navigated into our WP content, themes, and make sure you choose your right theme. Now, a tip to make sure you're choosing the right folder with your theme, go back to your WordPress website here, view that page source again, and within the header, you should be able to see where the CSS file is being pulled from. So in this case, we actually have an image down here being pulled from our website, inside the WP content folder, in the themes folder, and then here is our selected theme. So that's how one way you can confirm what the actual folder for your theme is. So within the 2011 theme, we're going to go inside and we're going to look for that footer.php file. Now there's several ways you can edit this in FileZilla, and this isn't a FileZilla tutorial, so I'm just going to show you the easiest way that I find. Go ahead and right click on it and say view/edit, and I've already opened this, so you won't get this box unless you've already opened it, but let's just discard and open a new one. Okay, this is the same thing we saw inside the dashboard, it's just in our own editor. This particular editor is Sublime. You may have just a plain text editor. It doesn't matter, it's not the point. Once again, we're going to scroll down, we're going to look for that body tag, and we're going to paste that script right before it. Okay, we're going to confirm script starts, script end, and everything is between it. We're going to save it, in this case Command S or Control S, and we can simply close out of our application. Once we click back into FileZilla, it's going to check if that file had been changed or updated in any way. This box will pop up for you. And we want to say, yes, let's upload the new one so that it overwrites the old one. Once again, now let's jump back into our browser to check, okay, has this been added to our website? View the page source. And as we can see once again, it's down here. So all I did, just repeat that once more, I refreshed the page to make sure it was there. I showed the page source, and I scrolled down to the bottom to confirm that it had loaded. Once again, that's all it is. You're done now. Your Google Analytics code is on your WordPress installation. Of course, as always, Webdigia does offer website maintenance, which would cover such things as adding this analytic code to your website. If you don't have the time or if you just don't want to even mess with it, go ahead and contact us at webdigia.com. Thanks again. This was Jonathan Moore with Webdigia.